Hello students, this is your computer teacher and today we are going to continue with session 6, which is performing basic file operations. So without wasting much of your time, let's see what is the overview of today's lecture. In this lecture we will study about Windows Explorer, views of files and folder, moving and copying the files and folder, searching and sorting files, and various file formats. So let's get straight to it. So welcome you to my desktop screen. Now here I will tell you how we can open up Windows Explorer and what Windows Explorer is. First of all, to open Windows Explorer, all I need to do is I will click on this start button and the start menu will appear. In recently added, you will always see a file explorer option, or simply I can write Explorer here and you can see the file explorer option appears in the list where I will click on it and it will open up on the screen. Just like that. Now here we have different drives and different folders. Let's just jump into one of the folders which is named music, and I have kept various HTML, CSS, image and video files here. So let's get to start on how we can create a file, a folder, rename it, delete it, and all the other operations that we can perform on files and folders. Now, to create a file, we can use any application software. We can use Notepad, we can use WordPad, we can use Photoshop, anything. We all have done all kinds of files that are necessary up till now. So we'll not get into the details of how to create a file because it's not what we are going to do today. But we should know how to create a folder. Now what is a folder? A place where a group or a bunch of files are kept is known as a folder. Now how to create it? Once we go to a particular location, just like this, if I want to create a folder in here, I have to right click on the blank space, a shortcut menu will appear and I go to new option, and from the new option I will select folder, which will be on the top. You see a new folder icon will appear with new folder highlighted in it. I'll use the backspace key and add the text or the name of the folder that I want. I'll simply write, let us suppose, new, and I'll press enter key and the new folder is created. The other way is that I go to the location where I want a new folder. I simply go to home tab, and then I use new folder option. Once I click on new folder option, you see similarly a new folder will appear. By default the name will be new folder, and if I want to change it, I can. As per my choice, I press enter key and the folder will be created. To open up the folder, I'll double click on it and I'll simply get into the folder. Now the second operation that we can perform on the folders or any kind of files is renaming. It's quite similar. The way to rename a folder is exactly the same way how we will rename a file. Now I'll explain you one, that is how to rename a folder. Now to rename a folder, for example, I want to rename this folder which is earlier named new, and I'll right click on it and the shortcut menu will appear on the screen. Now as this shortcut menu appears on the screen, you can see there is an option of rename here. I'll just click on rename and again the name will be highlighted where I can change the name of the folder and press enter key. The new name will be finalized and we have renamed the folder. Similarly, I can also rename the file. Let us suppose I have a file here, or I have a file here that is image file. Now I'll right click on this image file. Again the shortcut menu or the context menu will appear on the screen and I will choose the rename option from it. Similarly, the name is highlighted. I can change the name, press enter key and the name will be finalized. As simple as that. Now next up is how we can delete a file or a folder. Same way, we'll just have to right click and choose the delete option from the right click context menu, just like that. When I right click on this video folder, a shortcut menu will appear and I will choose the delete option from the menu and the file will be deleted. Now by default it will go to the recycle bin, and if I want to delete it from there, I'll just use the empty recycle bin option. Similarly, I can also delete using a keyboard. I will simply select the file by using left mouse click and then use delete key from the keyboard, and you will see the folder is deleted. Similarly, I can delete the files as well. So in this way we can rename, create and delete a folder or a file. Now next up on our list is how we can see the views. Now you can clearly see on the screen at the very top, just below the title bar, we have this menu bar. Now I will open up this menu bar by clicking on this expand the ribbon button, this small little arrow. Now as you can see, the menu has opened up. I'll go to view. Now in the layout group I have various view options. The first one is extra large icons. You can see while clicking on this, the size of the icons will increase from small to maximum large icon size. Now for the images, it will show us the thumbnails, like what kind of image is present in there, just like that. And for the rest of them, the icon of the app in which it will be opened will be displayed. When I move to large icons, it is a bit smaller but large enough. In the medium sized icons, the size will decrease. Small icons, it will decrease to a very minimal and visible view. Now comes the list. In the list, the icons will be arranged in a vertical order, and with details, it will show the details of the list of files that are present in a folder. Now in this, it will contain the date on which the file is modified or added, the type of the file and the size of it. You can clearly see on the screen. The next one is tiles. Now tiles is simply like medium icons. You can see there is a difference, but there is not much difference. In tiles, the files and folders are managed in the grid. You can see in the medium sized icons, the only thing that is shown here is the names. But if I click on tiles, you can see a little bit of information is also displayed, just like what is the size of the file and what is the type of the file. Like this is an HTML document and it is shown. Similarly, if I click on content, it will be in a list form, bifurcated. Details are also shown, but in a different view. So this is the view formats. I can also change the view from there, from the status bar of the Windows Explorer, just like that. I can directly shift between the details and the large icons. There are only two options present here. I can make shift between details view option and large icons view option. Now next up on the list is how we can move or copy a file or a folder. Now let's create a folder here. Now to create a folder, you all know I have to do right click, new folder, and let's name it test. Now I want this file to be moved from this location, which is the music folder, to this test folder. Now mind my words, I said I want this file moved, which means initially this file is present here, but when it will go to the final destination, this file will be removed from the source location, which is its original location, meaning that it will be deleted from the music folder, but it will be present in the test folder. That is called moving. So for that, all I need to do is I have to click on the file, right click and choose cut option, and then open the folder where I want to move that file to, right click on the blank area and use paste option. You see the file has appeared here Whereas if I go back to the music folder, it is not present in this list. So it is moved from one place to another. Similarly, if I want to copy it, now you can see the file which is named doubts session 8e, an HTML file, is present in the test folder, whereas it is not present here in the music folder. There is no file with such name present in this folder. So let us suppose I want to copy this file from test folder to back to the music folder. So for that, I'll just click on the file and then right click it and choose the copy option from the context menu, and then go back to the music folder or any folder wherever you want to copy it to. Right click on the blank area and use paste option. Now it will keep the file on the final location as well, and you can see it will also be there in the source location. This is how we can copy a file, and similar method will be used if you want to copy a folder from one location to another. Now you have to know that this location can be within the same folder or in different folders. You can also copy or move the data from between different drives as well. For example, you want it from D drive to E drive or F drive to G drive. We can do that. Just simply copy it and we will paste it to the final location. As simple as that. These are the location shortcuts that are present on the left hand side of the Explorer window. So from here we can go to any place and then paste the file where we want it. Similarly, if I want to move or copy the data from my computer to pen drive, that pen drive will be shown here in the list once we connect it to our computer. Now we'll simply open up that particular drive or pen drive and simply use paste option. Right click, paste, and it will be pasted just like that. And if I want to delete it, you know the drill. I'll use delete key from the keyboard and it will be deleted. As simple as that. Now we move on to the point where we can search a file and sort it. Now first of all, let's just sort the files. For example, in this music folder there are total 34 items comprised of basic different files and folders as well. So if I want to sort it, sorting means it can be arranged in ascending order by name or the date modified or the type as well. So for that, all I need to do is I have to go into that folder, right click and use sort by option. Now from here on I can use various options like name, date modified, type, size, whether I want to make it ascending order sorting or descending order sorting. I can choose the desired option from this menu and the effect will be applied. For example, I wanted to sort by name and I want to sort it by ascending order. By default it is ascending. You can see all the items that are there are arranged in ascending order. First the folders will come and then the files. Now next on the list is how we can search a file. Let's just go back the way it was. There you go. Now if I want to search any file or anything from the computer, all I need to do is once I open up this Windows Explorer, I will go to this PC option from the left hand pane. This thing will come up and I will type the name here in the search bar. For example, I want to find doubts session 8E. I'll just write the name here and it will search my entire PC for it and will show the results here if it finds the file with the same name. It will take some time because it is looking from the entire PC, and if I want to close the search, I'll click on this and I can use this search anywhere in the folder. For example, I want it to search between this music folder. I'll simply type down like doubts and you see it is showing me click by click or key press by key press. As I'm pressing the key, it is searching me the files. I can use this search option very effectively and efficiently to find the files that I want. As simple as that. Now in searching there are two wildcard characters also. Now these wildcard characters are star and question mark. Now as you can see, I have searched here already that I want a file which is .star.mp3. Now star will replace any number of characters on the left hand side. For example, the decimal place, if I write .star.mp3, that means the extension of the file is mp3, but the name can be anything. It can be a single digit, single alphabet, or multiple alphabets. Star can be replaced by any string of characters, but the extension has to be mp3. Now basically a file name is comprised of this value star.star, which means name can be anything and extension can be also anything, because extension follows by a dot, which is also known as a period sign or period symbol. So this means each and every file name is mentioned by the criteria star.star. So I can use this to find any file from any folder. Whereas the question mark only replaces a single character, which means if I write doubts and I press question mark dot html, if I find it, you can see after dot you can see only s is present. So it has searched me each and every file which has the first alphabets as doubts, and question mark can replace any of that. So the similar meaning or similar named files will be displayed in the search criteria. Moving on, we have to understand the various file formats as we use in a day-to-day life. Now various file formats include the document file. Let me just go into the document folder where I'll be having all the files. For example, this is a Microsoft Word document and its extension will be .docx. Let me show you. Here you go. Now these files can be present in both .doc format also and .docx format also. Whereas this is an Excel worksheet, this is also known as a spreadsheet, where I open it up and you see the file open up in MS Excel. So the extension of this file would be, you can clearly see from the properties, .xls. It can also be .xls depending upon the version of Excel that we are using. Similarly, an image file will be comprised of, you can see this, .jpg, .gif, .tiff, and .png, and there are many more, but these are the basic ones that are used. Similarly, an audio file that I showed you earlier, it will be of .mp3 format, it could be of .wav format, or even M4A format. Also the presentation files. The presentations file is comprised of an extension .pptx. I can show you here, it is present in the F drive, and there we go. As I click on presentations, you can clearly see this is a PowerPoint presentation, and if I click on properties, it is .pptx. As simple as that. So this is it for today's lecture, and I hope you all understood the fundamentals of computer science from session 6th. If you have any doubts, you can reach out to me, and until the next time, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.